think we're going to do Horsel today. I think it's a little... I got too good at it is the problem. But I do know what this is, bro. This is Tropic Thunder. I didn't change... Hang on. I didn't change my game name. So it says I'm playing Peak. And I am playing Peak, but I'm not playing Peak. If you know what I mean. Let me... Tomo, just chill. There's a knock-on effect. Tomo's getting scared of the vacuum, so now he's freaking me out because he's trying to turn off my computer. And now I'm going to say that, and you're going to tell me I can go into the BIOS and I can turn off the top-mounted power button, and I'm going to tell you that I tried it, but for some reason my version of Windows doesn't like it when I do that. There's consequences, man. It's little dominoes to big dominoes. You could just get a cover for the button? Yeah, and you could solve all your problems too, but when I tell you how to do it, you get mad at me. But you know what it's like. Don't be a hypocrite. Tropic Thunder. Nomadland. The Walking Dead Season 1. It's not Tropic Thunder. There's Vietnam, and then this is... maybe like the southwestern United States. Maybe it's Forrest Gump. I guess that's more on like the East Coast. Old Ray Liotta. Old Ray Liotta. Not too old, but like maybe late 2000s Ray Liotta. Johnny Depp in a wig. I forgot his name. Will something, right? Every once in a while, I remember his name. Ethan Suplee. There we go. It took me a second. Is this The Tourist? That's not even in here. Johnny Depp in a wig. Ethan Suplee. Ray Liotta. Vietnam. It's Blow. That's Penelope Cruz. Okay. There you go. Is that Steven Soderbergh? I haven't seen Blow. Or at least I haven't seen it in a long time. Marry Me, Pretty Woman. That's more like it, man. He's looking like Alexander McKenzie. That's crazy. All these wigs are pretty bad. It was the 2000s back in the day, man. Trust me, I was there. A Ted Demi joint. My bad. I thought for sure. Maybe Steven Soderbergh did Traffic. I always get Traffic and Blow confused. You think Johnny Depp has any misses? He used to, but then like she sued him in court or something. I can't remember. Also, I think that Johnny Depp fucking sucks, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think he's had some... In the 90s, he had some bangers, but when Tim Burton was at his peak, like Ed Wood is really good. Edward Scissorhands has a certain place in my heart. I haven't seen Dead Man. I'm a little lacking in the Jim Jarmusch domain. But then, like, once he did the Kevin Spacey thing where he became his most famous character, and it became insanely annoying. Like, I feel like at one point he was like a real human being, but then, like, after Pirates 3, he just became Captain Jack Sparrow IRL. Brett Bielema was an assistant for this AFC team for 1 year. Yeah, I mean, there's just no way I could possibly know that. Maybe the Tennessee Titans? Recently signed to Denver, Tim Hardaway Jr. already had 2 separate stints with what Eastern Conference team? Sounds like he'd be on the Orlando Magic. Later converted to a starter, this Korean pitcher was the primary closer for the World Series champion Diamondbacks. Hyun-Soo Kim? Who was I thinking of? Chad, who was I thinking of? Young Hyun Kim. I don't even think that's who I was thinking of, to be honest with you. Who's the famous Korean pitcher who pitched for the Mets? I think that's who I was thinking of. Or maybe the Yankees. Maybe he pitched for the Yankees. Hideki Matsui. No, that I don't think it's Hideki Matsui. He's a batter, man. Chenho Park. That's it, Chenho Park. Yes. You got it. Chenho Park. I got a Swedish picture from IKEA. That's pretty good. Bill Hader is going to be, I think the Dr. Seuss movie with Bill Hader is The Places You'll Go. Oh, the places you'll go. Oh, the places you'll go. Apparently not. Famous Dr. Seuss book. It's turning in a whole movie out of like a 15-page book. Places you'll go. They already did the Lorax. Probably not going to do another Grinch because they just did an animated Grinch. Cat in the Hat? Maybe they're taking another shot at Cat in the Hat because it doesn't say lead role, it says title. Okay, it's Cat in the Hat. There's no shot they're doing an animated movie based on Green Eggs and Ham. It just doesn't make sense, man. This is Michael Cera and Charlize Theron. Okay, it's Charlize Theron. Is this... Oh. This is a mashup of the actor Michael Cera and who else? Okay. That's the first time I've done the Daily Dozen maybe 200 times, and this is the first time they've ever changed it. They made it easier now forever? Why don't you try making like the sports questions a little bit easier, man? These ones are automatic. The Big Gulp and Slurpee are signature drinks. Okay, the Big Gulp is not a drink. Can I is there someone I can talk to at Barstool? I got a couple axes to grind. The Big Gulp is not a drink, it's a cup. The drink is what you put into it. The Slurpee is a drink. That's for sure. The Big Gulp is just a cup. What you put inside of it is the drink. You know what I miss? Anyone else around my age? Almost every restaurant you used to go to used to have like those drink machines that had like a paddle in them that would turn around like on a rotary screw. So you would go up to the counter and you'll be like, I'll take a bacon cheeseburger. And then they'd be like, what do you want to drink? And you'd be like, raspberry lemonade. And they'd go over to the thing with the and fill it up. I never see them. There's like one place I can see them, I think, in Vancouver. Wendy's still has them. I never see them anywhere, man. I think they're out here. In Canada, they're out. The only exception is frozen drinks. If someone's selling a Bellini or like frozen margaritas or something like that, they'll have one of those. But otherwise, I never see those. To me, that's like a liminal space, man. Lionel Boyce L-Boy has had an Emmy-nominated supporting role on this streaming show. Atlanta. I took a shot and I missed. The Bear, of course. Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart. Is this American made? Oh, what is this fucker called? I know what this shit is called. What's the Jesse Eisenberg? American Ultra. Oh! American Ultra. While she's mostly known as an actress, this woman had a Billboard Hot 100 hit with her 1999 single, How Do I Deal? Ideal. Like Mandy Moore? No shot, man. 7%? Jennifer Love Hewitt. I had no idea. She had a song. American Ultra. I've never seen The Bear and I never will. That one we just now. Honestly, I think this is a reasonably good performance considering. Those questions are hard, man. Why not? Though, because like the first season everyone said was good, and then the second season everyone said it was great. But then like the third season came out and people were like, they got one more chance. And then the fourth season came out and they were like, I don't know if they did it. You literally have Hulu. I have Crave. for one. But also, like, I've got lots of stuff that I don't think that means you have to, like, watch everything they make. I mean, you'd have to be a Uma Musume C- ranked club player to have that kind of time. It's anxiety in show form. Okay, now you're just gonna make. I'm gonna make enemies with everybody. I will never respond to. I can't watch this show. It makes me too anxious, and it's like a work of fiction. I'm sorry. I lack the part of my brain that allows me to empathize with that. And the reason is because you guys all lied about Uncut Gems. Every review of Uncut Gems is like the people who watched the movie reviewed it as if they'd been through a traumatic event. It's good for one. It's like one of my favorite movies, but it's also entertaining, man. It's entertaining. It's not stressful to watch the movie. You can empathize with the characters, but also not find them real. They're not real. I'm not built different. It's just I'm not giving you a trauma token for sitting through Uncut Gems. I'm not doing it. Same thing if you watch Scott's Tots and you didn't look away or look at your phone the whole time. I'm not giving you a merit badge. You got to touch all the different edges of emotion inside of your brain, man. You got to learn how to interface with the good stuff, the bad stuff, the stressful stuff, the hunger, the bloat, the rot, the growth. You got to get it all going, man. What about Whiplash? Literally not stressful. It's about how much you have to sacrifice to become the #1 jazz drummer at music school. It's not insecurity. I'm just stronger than you, and I'll prove it. Let me think. Flight. Destination, arrival, position, gate. These are all things associated with airplanes. Arrival, destination, gate, and number. I'm going to pass on this one for a second. College. Market. Exchange, market. Dealings. Exchange, market. Dealings. No, man. They're throwing some crazy stuff at me today. This is an off-speed pitch from Chan Ho Park. College. Almanac. An almanac is a book you consult for information about the future. About the future. About the future. Future. College is about your future. Contact. Tan. Tan is a change in the color of your skin due to exposure to ultraviolet radiation. Also, a trigonometric function. Could be related to college. Interaction. Like exchange and market. Very similar. Dealings. Contact. Exchange. Contact number exchange. I'm crashing out. The gotcha did damage to my brain. It did damage to my brain. I can't make the connections anymore. I can't get the cobwebs out. Dealings. Exchange. Exchange. Almanac. Almanac. To market something. Or a market to purchase something. Or a stock market. An exchange. A stock exchange. Position. Can't help but feel like position, destination. Oh, hang on. One-word movie titles. Final blank as well? Maybe not. Arrival, flight, contact. Star blank. Star blank. Science fiction movies with one title. I can't do it. What did we have before? We had number, destination, arrival, and gate. Like things related to a flight. Stargate, final destination. I can see, like, in my peripheral vision, I can see the check on. Okay. Oh, I know I got something. Farmer's Almanac, Farmer's Tan, Farmer's Insurance, and Farmer's Market. Okay. There we go. That purple first is crazy. We've taken Almanac, Insurance, Market, and Tan off the board. Phone number, phone team, phone college, state college, college, collage, dealings, exchange. We still got, market is out now. Okay, I'm glad I didn't go with that. Before we had destination, flight. No, we had destination, arrival, gate, number. And it was one away. So 3 of these 4 are related. These are things you see on a boarding pass. Gate, number, destination. Contact. Can't but think this is like something to do with your phone. Position. Number. Team. College. Stats for a collegiate athlete. Pro athlete data. Okay. Destination. Gate. Arrival. Dealings. I've been doing a lot of crosswords. Every once in a while, you get a crossword clue that just is like, it quantum tunnels through your brain. It'll be like, 3 letters, bug you find in your garden. And you'll be like, I literally can't think of anything because it's not B. And then you finally fill out the rest and you're like, oh my God, it's ant. I'm stupid. Like, I think that's what's happening right now, but it's happening 4 separate times. Like something here, we got a purple, we got a blue, we got something probably pretty obvious, man. Like, is it just... Because 3 of these are movies with one word titles. Interaction, dealings, exchange, contact. This is like business words for meeting someone. Correspondence, flight destination. This is just shit on a boarding pass. I was right the whole time. Airport board info. Can I get what was the difficulty on this? What was the difficulty on this? Let me see what the connections difficulty is. You never picked flight? You put number over flight? Yeah, because on your boarding pass, it has your flight number on it, bro. I thought that was the red herring. 2 out of 5? That's crazy, man. Your what number? Well, your flight number, but like there's red herrings. You're going like flight made more sense, but the thing is, like there's like 6 things that fit for each category. That's what connections is, man. Flight was hella obvious. Listen, buddy. When you're up on stage, sometimes the lights get bright. When you're down in the cave, pupils are probably wide as fuck. Just guessing. Also, you literally wait for me to do it, and then you do it in front of your parents at dinner, and you go, look at how good I am at connections. You pretend to be me in your driveway. Brad Marchand. You lost your Worldle streak when your internet went out for a day. I guess that makes sense because you wouldn't be able to go to Worldle. I'm suggesting that you Google your Worldle answers. Here's your average Worldle is a win for sure, but I'm sure there's a lot where it's like gravy, beige, grape, opens, scans, and then all of a sudden you're like, I knew the whole time. I knew it was taupe. I'm sussing your Worldles is what I'm trying to say. Today's Worldle was bullshit. I don't do Worldle. I do word row on the Globe and Mail. Word row. Hey, anybody else playing word row on the Globe and Mail? What's your starting word when you get a 6-letter word row? I use litmus. It just feels good. Okay, Glaswegian or Edinburgh? Scott? 2025 Pixar film. Elio. Strong string. Could be twine. Religious devotee with a shaved head. Calligrapher's assortment. Pens. Attach as a button. Sew on. So it's not going to be pens. Calligrapher's assortment. Inks. 2 glasses. Clink. Pigs oink. Little piggy is a toe. Twine it was. There we go. They really expect people to know Elio? I mean, it came out last week. Bizarrely, new movies you should be more aware of than old movies. 2 minutes? I was yelling at you for like the first 90 seconds, let's be honest. It bombed too? Yeah, because too many of you guys have Plex servers now. Not trying to be disrespectful. You know, I get it. Hampton Candy Co. Sweet and Sour Gummy Mix. 48 ounces. It's shaped like a rocket. Does that say net weight? 3 pounds. 3 pounds. 3 pounds of candy. Candies. $3.49 a pound. Give me a flat $9.99. An attractive price point. Holy cow. $7.99? $5.99? You got me. You got me with that one. $6.99. Why is it shaped like a rocket? I don't know, man. I guess, like, I was going to say because they're marketing it to kids, but if you've ever been to a Costco, I'm pretty sure like 80% plus of the candy is being sold to elderly people. Old people fucking love candy, man. People my age don't really eat candy unless they're stealing it from their kids, but little kids love eating candy. Old people fucking go crazy for candy too. And good for them, you know, they've been through it. I'm your age and I love candy. I actually consider your spirit pure. If you're 36 and you like candy. Because like every other 36-year-old, I feel like is just pretending. It's not to say that healthy food tastes bad, because there's lots of healthy food that tastes amazing, even better than junk food. But like everybody that is eating quinoa is pretending, as far as I'm concerned. And I eat quinoa once, twice a month. But every time I eat it, I'm like, this fucking sucks. It's just worse than rice. It's just rice, but worse, man. And don't even, couscous clears it. That's not really fair because couscous is like a pasta, but. How about like, you know what? For you, librarian, Indonesia. 4,000 kilometers away. Tajikistan. Pretty good. And then Uzbekistan is like it's the plane that's dropping bombs on a dolphin, I remember. So it's not going to be Uzbekistan, but it could be Kyrgyzstan. Or no, is Kyrgyzstan the one that's dropping bombs on it? Yeah, I think it's Kyrgyzstan. In that case. Or is it Turkmenistan? I can't remember now. It could be Afghanistan. Adjacent, Pakistan. Adjacent, Iran. Is that easy? No problem, man. You ever been in the mud? What do you mean by that? Ever been in the mud? I feel like it might be like a military term. Like it took me like 15 years to figure out what Bill Murray meant when he said I was in the shit in Rushmore. You talking about like Dierks Bentley getting a little mud on the tires? In which case, no. Or are you talking about like run a tough mudder or something? Nah, I think if I was gonna race, I would rather just like run like a race. I don't need like the part where they like throw the shit at you or like blow up a balloon full of like colored powder right before you get to the exit or whatever. Are they still doing the tough mudder and the color run and stuff like that? I think this is Finland, man. That's Estonia. Well, it's not. It's clearly not Estonia because it's 5,700 kilometers away from Finland to the south. This is actually Syria. This is Somalia. Oh, here we go. It's South Sudan. Fuck. It's, what else is up here? That's not, it's Ethiopia. It's 377. This is embarrassing. Also looks like an anatomical diagram, but we'll just leave it at that. 376. The only other thing, well, like, if it could be on the Arabian Peninsula. But if it is, I think this would put it like at Saudi Arabia, and I don't think Saudi Arabia is shaped like that. So I think this is south of Egypt, like Djibouti or something. Country Djibouti. Where did that information come from? Egypt? I'm trying to imagine it in my head. I'm trying to keep the information stuck in there. Egypt? Egypt is like a triangle. Ethiopia is southeast of Egypt. It's not like a triangle, it's like a square. All right, I've given up. That's too much work. You're right, maybe I got it confused with the pyramids. Open a map sometime. I played Europa Universalis 4, okay? Tons of military bases there. It's the strategic importance. Well, yeah, but like, it's not important that like I know that it's there. Like, it's still going to be there even if I don't know that it's there. You know what I mean? Like, I think the bases will still be there, even if this guy doesn't know where Djibouti is. Opening up maps for fun is psychopath behavior. It's crazy to me. Like, I don't know. I just got to remember. You know where I realized, I was talking about it in the Discord. No, it is psychopath behavior. They are right, by the way. To just open up a map and be like, I'm going to memorize this, that's not neurotypical. Calling it psychopath behavior is probably not fair. But I was laughing because I was watching Dan's iPad saga, and I this is how I know that being way less online has actually fundamentally changed the way that I see the world for the positive. Dan said, hey, I left my iPad at a park, and now I've tracked it, and it's like at a house. Should I go knock on the door and get my iPad back? Instantly, I said, obviously, someone probably picked it up from the park. You go to their house and go, hey, I think you got my iPad. They go, here's your iPad. We took it for you to keep you safe. 100% of his chat, no, don't, Dan, we're worried about you. Don't do that. Bring a gun. If you're going to do that, you need to bring a weapon. Bring a bunch of friends. Someone said, call the police. Call the police. Hey, I left my iPad at the playground and now I've tracked it to someone's house. Can you go investigate it for us? The police are going to go, have you knocked on their door? Like, you don't live in the real world, man. It's crazy. You go knock on the door. Would you think like La Cosa Nostra came by? Like he left it on the bleachers at the playground. Like some criminal's going to come around like, come here, guys. Okay, and this goes to the grave with us. This kid's iPad, nobody says shit, okay? That's crazy, man. He did find Tony Soprano, though. You're so lucky. You're so lucky, lots of people. No, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. It took an extra second, but I'm going to get you. You got me confused with that lowercase L. I thought it was an I. I thought it was an uppercase I. No, you guys, I'm telling you, if you left your iPad in your car and somebody smashed your window and took the iPad and you had a tracker, I would say call the police. If your forgetful ass left it at the playground and now you've tracked it to a residence, you just go knock on the door, man. You don't, like, why are you, I get that there are things to be scared about, but you also have to dip a toe into the real world. I know it's like a low trust society, but you have to have like low trust at least. You have to at least meet them at the level of low, man. That was crazy to me, man. We don't have Dan's charisma. Nobody's gonna shoot you for knocking on their door and being like, hey, is my iPad in here? That's probably happened to like one guy in history. Way more people have died of heart disease, and we ain't doing shit about that. You're incurring way more risk eating corn-based snacks on a daily basis. Now, you also might be getting way more joy, but still. What if they say no? Well, then maybe you call the police. I don't know. Or don't leave your iPad in the playground next time. Hell of a week at the box office. This is the summer between my senior year of high school and my first year of college. What was I watching? What was I watching starring Colin Farrell in 2006, post phone booth? This must be at like the end of the Colin Farrell initial career hype. An action crime thriller from 2006, May 25. I'm gonna know it. I just thought it almost hit me for a second there. Who else is in it? Oh, it's good. Miami Vice. It's Miami Vice. No law, no rules, no order. Walt Disney movie that made a ton of money. It's a fantasy movie. That's not animated, presumably. It's Pirates 2, which is on Strange Art. No, which is Dead Man's Chest. I've only seen the first one, but I've been on the ride a few times. Dead Man's Chest. Okay, we take those. What? Yeah, I mean, I saw the first one and I was like, this one's pretty good. And I think the second one came out and it got like middling reviews. And I said, well, I don't really need to see that then. 2 is the best one. There's no shot, man. There's no. One with the octopus guy is the best. I think it's the second one, but give me some IMDb check, okay? On Pirates 1 versus Pirates 2. Even if 2 clears it by like 0.3, I'm not going to watch it. And the reason is because I know how the rest of the franchise goes. But nobody's answering my question. I'm just going to move on. 8.1 versus 7.4. Enough said. Get mogged. 20th Century Fox, 14 milli. Jesse Metcalf. Comedy romance starring Jesse Metcalf. Don't get mad, get even. John Tucker Must Die. I've never seen this movie. I've written it in as an answer in Box Office Game like 5 times, and it's always been right. I don't know shit about John Tucker Must Die. I'll just level with you. I have absolutely no idea. Mitchell Musso from Sony Pictures, an animated Sony Pictures movie. There Goes the Neighborhood. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Sam Lerner. Monsters Under the Bed are scary. Oh, it's Monster House, man. Okay, now we're talking. That's okay. So here's my Monster House story. If I haven't mentioned it for 10 seconds, I taught English in South Korea for a year. On Halloween, we watched Monster House, and you're gonna be like, "That's sick." It was, but also the way that the school schedule was set up, the classes were about an hour long, and you had 8 of them scheduled a day. And then some of the kids came Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and some of them came Tuesday, Thursday. So let's just say Halloween was on like a Wednesday. On Wednesday, I watched the first hour of Monster House 8 times with 8 different classrooms. And then on Thursday, I watched the first hour of Monster House 8 more times for the kids who were not there on Halloween day, but still deserved a Halloween enriching experience. So I've seen 16 hours of Monster House, but never past the first hour or so. But it seemed really good. The first hour of it seemed really good. $8 million, starring Julia Roberts, 2006, a fantasy film. An animated film with Julia Roberts. The battle for the lawn is on. 10-year-old Lucas Nickel vents his frustrations on the anthill in his front yard until the insects shrink him to the size of a bug with a magic elixir. Convicted of crimes against the colony, Lucas can only regain his freedom by living with the ants and learning their ways. Ant bully. I've never heard of this. I swear to you, I've never heard of this film. When you get old, especially that period like between being a kid and possibly having a kid, if the movie is not like a 10 out of 10 kids movie, you're not going to be aware of it. But when you're a kid, you're like, what the hell you mean you don't know Ant Bully? Like, I bet Ant Bully went platinum at like the 3rd grade lunchroom or whatever. fuck do you mean baked beans ain't number one? They had Meryl Streep in this shit. This is why we need to bring back bullying celebrities, okay? Maybe including myself. But like, sorry, Meryl Streep, you've done a lot of amazing work. You won a lot of Academy Awards. Same Julia Roberts, Nicolas Cage, okay? You're rich. You shouldn't be doing the ant bully. I'm sorry. They were right. At first I thought like 10 years ago when they were like, you should let voice actors do the cartoons. And like celebrities, you could do real movies. I was like, dude, it's fucking sick. John Cena's Blicky. John Cena's Blicky in this movie, bro. Now I'm like, no, we should bully them a little bit. You're not a serious artist if you did the ant bully for the paycheck. If your net worth is $250,000, you're trying to hack it in Hollywood, and they offer you ant bully, you can sell out for ant bully. You can't be Meryl Streep and sell out for ant bully and then also be like, I'm still Meryl Streep. I still did Kramer versus Kramer. It's not for the paycheck, it's for the kids. If it was for the kids, she'd do it for free. Or at least for like a per diem. She did. Meryl Streep. Salary, ant bully. Is not publicly disclosed. Not publicly disclosed. Can you file a Freedom of Information Act request for that? Is that how Freedom of Information Act works? Can you just ask someone? That only works for the government. Oh, okay. You can't just FOIA like any private business or whatever. That would be sick. I wish. I was always like, man, why don't they just like FOIA, like ChatGPT for the source code, man? That's true. They could get this herbs and spices. Dude, you ever think KFC, things are getting dire. They should really do like a marketing campaign where they add like a 12th herb and spice. That would be fucking sick. And you try to like, can you guess what the 12th spice is or herb? And like, if you get it right, there's a chance that you could win like free KFC for a year or whatever. Subway's got to go bankrupt. The continued existence of Subway is just fucking funny to me. And as someone who ate probably like 2,000 of their sandwiches, the fact that they keep doing promotions that are not sandwiches is taking me out, man. Nobody wants anything from your store that's not a sandwich, man. All they want is a foot-long sandwich that they can put what they want on for less than $15 for the foot-long. They don't want the foot-long nachos, man. They don't want the cold cuts bowl. It's crazy. The cookies are pretty good. Not as good as the Sun Chips, though. They should, dude. Can I one thing that would actually, it wouldn't bring me back to Subway. Actually, now that I think about it, this is an evil thing to say. I would not pay. The reason I don't go to Subway, A, the sandwiches aren't that good, but really the thing is, B, they become too expensive. Like, they weren't that good 20 years ago, but they were really cheap for the amount of food you got. Subway might want to try to launch lunch as a service. Because I'm not paying $13 for a foot long, but $50 a month, and I could get 5 foot longs, and then maybe sometimes I'm out of town for a while, or I don't feel like having a sandwich, or like, oh, I haven't used my Subway credit. Am I really going to pause my subscription? Am I going to cancel? No, man. So some months they're getting $50 for nothing, which is really, that's what it's all about, right? That's the reason you get people to sign up for audit. Like, I can't really complain about it. It's probably like 25% of, it might be 80% of my income on Twitch is people that have either subscribed, their credit card expired or something, but they're still getting billed because they sent a new credit card to an old address that's still activated or something, or they died and nobody's turned off like the auto pay or anything like that. I can't really be that mad at it. Pay as you eat? Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking. I don't know. I got to think about it, man. Lunch is a service, though. Lunch is a service. It's an interesting idea. I'm not getting investor brain. It's the opposite. You should take a second right now. If you're not fucking with me, just take a second and unsubscribe. You go, there's probably, because I go through the same thing. I'm like, I should unsubscribe from this. I'll do it later. And then I don't do it. Then next year when I do my taxes, I'm like, I'll go unsubscribe from this. I'll do it later. Then one day you're finally like, enough is enough. And you unsubscribe from like 8 things in a row. And you're like, that wasn't even that bad. You save a little bit of money. Rebel Ridge to Companion. I don't think I can do this, man. Because, like, Don Johnson, I can't think of a movie Don Johnson is in. And then this has Jack Quaid. And it has, her name escapes me, but she's also in Heretic. She plays Beep Boop. Let's try. We'll try. Don Johnson. Yeah, it's going to be Don Johnson, I'm afraid. Lin-Manuel Miranda, Tom Segura, Can't Hurt You. You're famous too. I don't know what you're in. Is it? Chad, is this Megan? Is Anna Sophia Robb Megan? She is because of Winn-Dixie. You're right. Bridge to Terabithia. Don Johnson. They made a Nash Bridges movie. Oh, fuck. They made a Nash Bridges movie? Like 30 years after Nash Bridges was on the air? That's crazy, man. I gotta see that. Oh, man. What am I trying to do here? Oh, my God. Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star. When in Rome with Josh Duhamel. Long Flat Balls, too? I've got to... Oh, fuck, man. Long Flat Balls, too? Larry presents Best of the 80s. This is crazy. Nah, man, nah. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm trying to get to Hugh Grant. So I'm going to go Knives Out. Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant has been in lots of stuff. Been in a lot of stuff. Edie Patterson was in Knives Out? I've seen Knives Out. I just don't remember. I only remember Apollo's Review. I'm thinking, we're trying to get to Renee Zellweger. Jim Carrey. I'm doing connections by Jim Carrey, Ewan McGregor, 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 Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, Toni Collette, Lakeith Stanfield, Toni Collette, the Hugh Grant, Toni Collette, Hereditary, Gabriel Byrne, Frida. Fuck, I got him confused with Alfred Molina again. Son of a bitch. Now I'm trapped. I don't know who the fuck Gabriel Byrne is. He did some shit. He did some shit back in the day. Vanity Fair seems British as fuck. Likely to connect to Hugh Grant via England. Rhys Ifans, Human Nature. Miranda Otto, also British. Rosie Perez, Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie. Wait, how was I doing this? I was getting here to go to Ewan McGregor, which was then going to take me to I Love You, Philip Morris. Hang on, I got there, which is going to take us to Jim Carrey, which is going to take us to Me, Myself, and Irene, which is going to take us to Renee Zellweger, which is going to take us to Bridget Jones. Okay, I knew Hugh Grant was in this shit. Hugh Grant takes us to Heretic, which takes us to Sophie Thatcher, which takes us to Companion. We make those. Easy. The Short Way. David Denman, of course. That one's mostly for me. I don't really feel like guessing games. I'd rather guess hockey players, man. Nah, no goalies today. Let's skip that. Let's go straight to movie grid. Brad Pitt, Oscar-nominated film. That hasn't happened yet. Title starts A to H. The Curious. They really undersold this shit, right? The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I wouldn't call it curious. Honestly, I would call it demonic, satanic, a biological abomination. It's not curious. Is like when you see like one sock on the sidewalk and you're like, who lost one sock? Like, how does that how do we all have the same experience where we've been walking down the sidewalk and been like, there's one sock there? That's curious. This shit is not curious. This shit is... I also... Thank you for saying you hate this movie. I hate this movie. David Fincher fucked up, man. Too fucking long. Stupid ass. Don Cheadle, Oscar-nominated film. Two-word title. Title starts with A to H. Okay. Well, let me think. Julianne Moore, Oscar-nominated film. Title starts with A to H. Let's go with Gloria Bell. Two-word title. Let's go May December. That's fucked up. Shirley Magnolia got nominated for something. Boogie Nights, Children of Men. It's got to be Best Original Screenplay. Okay, Don Cheadle, Oscar-nominated film. Probably go with Hotel Rwanda. I'm trying to think. That's going to be the big one. I thought maybe there would be like something he's like, maybe Iron Man 2 got nominated for like best cameo. Oh shit. Now I'm in trouble. Ocean's 11. He's in Ocean's 11. Don Cheadle title starts with A to H. I guess I hate to do it, man. Avengers Endgame. I thought for a second I was like, he's not in that? Hello, Sinvicta. Hello. How's your Uma Musume going? Pretty good. Brad Pitt, Oscar-nominated film. He's been in a lot. Two-word title. Probably put The Mexican. How does this shit... Is this my influence? Why does this shit have 6.5? Oscar-nominated film, Brad Pitt. Oh. Best adapted screenplay, bro. Moneyball. Of course. He's been in a lot. You can't be typing F1 a week and a half after F1 came out. That's all I'm going to say. Moneyball is cinema. F you, the movie. I'm not going to see it, but respect to those who have. And Gloria, he's been in a lot of good movies. I hate to say it. He seems like maybe he might be a horrible person, but he's a very, very compelling actor. It is true. Wait, really? Yeah, like his kids don't talk to him, which I mean, every kid, maybe the kids just have bad vibes, but I think it probably indicates that he might be evil. Yeah. He pretended to be Jamaican. Well, that was in the script, okay? He also scammed that British woman out of a lot of money for her surgery. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. That would be sick if it was actually Brad Pitt doing the fraud and he was making like those shitty photoshops of like his face on another dude's body in the hospital. And they were like, no one's ever gonna believe this. Everyone's like, you idiot, you really thought that was Brad Pitt? Guess what? Guess what? It fucking was.
Geometric. A adjective meaning of savvy. A adjective meaning having or
Savvy.
drum. A noun meaning a percussion. Vacation. A
All
noun
I ever
meaning
wanted?
impact. A noun meaning an
This is easy, man.
nubuck. A noun meaning a soft suede leather. Nubuck. A noun meaning a soft suede leather. Nubuck. A noun meaning a soft suede leather.
Probably had it and lost it, huh?
Platoon. A noun meaning a
Platoon.
superstitious. A adjective meaning tripartite. A adjective meaning divided into or composed of three parts. The word administration. A noun meaning perform.
Nubuck was the odd one out, man.
Marmalade. A noun meaning a
Paddington S word.
ferruginous. A adjective meaning of relating to or containing iron. Ferrugineous derives from
Oh, I had to picture it in my head. I had to wait for the Sherlock letters to come. I was thinking it might be a U. Ferruginous. Ferruginous.
Jesuit. A noun meaning a member of the Roman Catholic Society.
Yeah, okay.
Appurtenances. A noun meaning accessory objects. The word see comes from Old English sion, which is of Germanic origin. Appurtenances. A noun meaning accessory.
Oh, are you kidding me? I thought it, because pertinent is like something that's it's relevant to the situation. I thought it would be, maybe it's just a single A, then a P. I thought it was pertinent, like
Cyrillic. A adjective meaning of, relating to, or constituting an alphabet used for writing old church.
Okay, I'll take 13. But I have to not be a robot to see my score. Get a life. It's too late. I've already spelled the words. You can't take that away from me. Creme brulee? It's not creme brulee. Creamy coconut dessert. Made from coconut milk with a little bit of cinnamon. Its jiggly, delicate consistency makes it a refreshing treat for warm weather. Indonesia? Ice cold, man! Ice cold! To the northeast? Ice cold from Indonesia. China? Ice... Temblek? Something's not right. Because this is like... northwest of China. Maybe France is north of China. Oh, shit. Southwest. So, probably a south... No, it could be African. I'm just going to hit you with something crazy, man. Maybe this is like from Gabon. That's ice cold. I might be stupid. Where do they speak French in South America? Or Central America? Martinique? I might be stupid, y'all. It looks good. I need it. It's a hell of a bread. A delectable dessert made from fresh cottage cheese, or chenna. Hungary. Cold. India. India is my... I guess I should have... You're right. There's ghee in the recipe. Yeah. This is... that's tempura, man. I don't know what to tell you. But you know what that means? That means that this is Portugal. They're fucking with you. No, I might be stupid. Green beans? Like, I'm just gonna say Portugal, man. Oh. Tempura plus European cuisine equals Portugal. Because I remember one time I was eating tempura and I was like, this shit's delicious. I want to know more about it. So I Wikipedia'd it and it was like, it actually came from Portugal. The Portuguese brought tempura to Japan, man. I don't know if that's the Columbian exchange, but it's kind of crazy. You ever see the Wikipedia graphic for the Columbian exchange? It actually looks like an NBA trade infographic. And I got to tell you, I don't know if do I consider myself part of the old world or the new world, man? I live in the new world. Like, that's my adopted team, but my genes, let's be honest, probably came from the old world. So I don't know. But all I'm saying is somebody got ripped off because the old world brought smallpox over. That's like a near retired, long-term injured reserve, like supermax contract, ex-superstar. That's a really hard thing to fit under the salary cap. All they sent back was syphilis, man. Syphilis is like, I'm sure that the old world was like, what the fuck is this? It's syphilis. But like, in exchange for smallpox, you got the less shitty end of the deal. Let's be honest, man. Old world got a couple picks, though. I mean, the old world, they gave up wheat. And that could have been like the future, man. But they got tomatoes and sweet potatoes. They got horses, that's true. Tobacco. Corn? Yeah, but corn is like, I don't know. Europe, are you fucking with corn as much as North America? I feel like even I get sick of it over here. No. Corn is like an industrial product in North America. Like, you do eat corn, but most of the time you eat corn in North America, you only know it's corn if you look at the ingredient list. It's not like a carrot. You always know when you're eating like a carrot. You're like, damn, this is what a carrot looks like. Corn is like, it goes through a whole, you get the idea. What did we just play? That was FoodGuessr, which means we do scramble. It's also crazy, I was reading, all chili peppers are originally from Mexico and Central America. Even the ones that I associate with Asian cuisine. 100%, if you asked me where the bird's eye chili was native to, I would have said Thailand. If this was on Jeopardy, I would be at minus 600 after that. They're all Mexico, man. Crazy. A bird's eye chili. Bird's eye is the worst example. No, I'm pretty sure you'll find that something like fucking jalapeno is the worst example. Or habanero. Or something that's outwardly, obviously fucking Spanish, bro. Bird's eye chili, the fucking chili they put in every Thai dish, is not the worst possible example. Worst possible example, probably Anaheim pepper. It's currywurst by a mile. It's currywurst by a nose. Fried chicken and chili, unknown meat sandwich. We're going fried chicken and chili. 95%. Donald Trump churros, chorizo, and truffle-topped mac and cheese. Listen, for millennial food, that actually looks all right. I'm not even a big mac and cheese head, but the churros look awesome, man. I love a good churro. Cheese and onion baguette. I'm not even going to front. I wouldn't mind the cheese and onion baguette. It's a little unusual. But I do, let's be honest, the yakisoba is going to clear. 22% is kind of crazy. That's a little insulting. So this is not a grilled cheese. But I have had this kind of cheese bread in Brazil, and it's really good. I feel like if they hadn't called it grilled cheese, and they called it like whatever the cheese buns are called instead, they would have been, oh no, you're right, it's literally grilled cheese. It's cheese that's grilled. Well, this is pissing me off because the burger looks pretty bad. I think the cheese would be awesome, man. Okay. Scrandle's going hard today. This looks horrific. I'm not even going to look at any other metadata. That just looks disgusting. This is like it's being shoved in my face like from a 90s video game magazine ad or something. Like, you know, they used to shoot it on those fucked up lenses where like they'd shoot it from up high and the dude would look like really small, but then like what he was holding would be so fucking massive. And he'd be wearing like those Shermanator glasses. You know what I'm talking. Yeah, everything was extreme back in the day, man. So this is like an assault. Looking at this is an assault. This looks pretty tasty, man. I'm not virtue signaling. I would probably eat that too. Can I just say, like, the British bacon looks fine. The meat and the cheese look good. I'm not sure what's going on here. The leftover Thanksgiving turkey, I'm not sure that's adding much to it, but I'll go with the curry on this one. Bad burger, takoyaki. We would definitely take the takoyaki on that one. It's not even close. The Bahama Mama looks pretty horrible. I don't think you get to give your hot dog a cool name when it's just what appears to be like a hot dog and mustard. This looks pretty good, man. 10 sausages is a little overkill, but it looks pretty good. Like, I'm not trying to virtue signal. Even when I'm at the buffet, 2 is the sausage portion size. 3 is like, if you're really hungry or you want to debase yourself a little bit. 10 is crazy. Chicken burger, chili chicken loaded fries. I think with God as my witness, I think this is just too much. I go with the fries. That's a 10 piece right there. That doesn't happen very often. Dude, playing the gacha ruined my brain for like trivia, but it made me more in touch with the average football hooligan. That's a scary thought. This shit is going Harrison Bergeron mode, man. Now I'm like, I'm playing a horse racing gacha game and going, it looks fucking mint, mate. Fucking mint. Chili chicken French fries with fuck your mother sauce? Fucking mint. You done your dailies today? Nah, maybe tomorrow. That was scramble. After scramble, we do thrice. Brezhnev and Eric Honecker make out for eternity in a mural at the East Side Gallery. That's gotta be Berlin, right? Yeah, that being a 3-point question seems crazy to me. Yeah, good for them. That's one of the marks of how you know you live in a free country, is if you can draw the leader of your country kissing another dude on the mouth and not get arrested for it. That's how you know, man. I could do it. Mark Carney would probably, he was going to say, probably give me the Order of Canada. I don't even really know what it's supposed to mean, but it's a little funny, I guess. Oh. CEO of what company whose scientists have racked up 6 Nobels and 6 Turing Awards? So this, I'm assuming this is like a computer science thing, which has me thinking, is it crazy to say it could be NVIDIA? Apparently crazy. Mega conglomerate. Thomas, a bit north of NYC, Thomas J. Watson Research Center, global HQ for General Electric. I mean, nobody talks about General Electric anymore. Right? When I think of like American R&D in the 20th century, assuming that this goes way back, I think of GE, I think of IBM. I think more of IBM, I think. Yeah, because they won the Turing Awards. Honky Chateau. It's the first Elton John album to hit #1 in the US, spurred on by what lead single? Crocodile Rock. Probably Rocket Man, now that I think about it. Because I don't think they could come up with 3 other clues that would lead to the same answer of Crocodile Rock. Sunshine is the new for 25 variety of what beverage brand? Sunny D? The makers of Old Style beer were originally responsible for what anti-Perrier water brand? LaCroix? The answer is LaCroix. A tourist gold mine in Fairbanks, Alaska is named for what legend that started about 5,500 miles southeast of there? A tourist gold mine in Fairbanks, Alaska, named for Florida man. The Mothman mine. For 70 years, starting in 1952, one of Cadillac's fanciest sedans was named for what place from a Kevin Kline movie? Devil? The Devil? El Dorado! It's so obvious. I was thinking of Salma Hayek's butt flap. Excuse me, respectfully. Salma Hayek Pinot's butt flap. I was thinking about that. 10 points. I can live with that. You've never seen Wild Wild West? Bent Finger? Hayek the goat? Did you know that she attended Jeff Bezos' wedding? To Lauren Sanchez? She's still the goat? Didn't you? No, no comment. Did you put your finger in a blender? What's wrong with this thing? Okay, that really hurt. I did something to a tendon in my hand with that. You can't do this? That's an annoying ass finger. I know if I was in your fucking college class and I put this thing up, you'd be like, here we go again. This fucker with his, excuse me. Will this be on the midterm? How does that make you feel? You fucker. How does that make you feel? I'm joining the NBA. I'm sick of this streaming shit. I'm joining that. Anybody up you want to sign me to like a 101/4 type of, I could be like a depth player coming off the bench. I could be like an energy guy. 101/4, come on. That's pretty good, man. This is inspired by an article I read in the newspaper the other day. You know what's sick about tennis, man? I never really thought about it, but like in other sport, well, not every other sport, like I guess golf is like this too. But like, if you're like shit at basketball, well, if your team sucks but you're good, you still make as much money as you're like promised. But like in tennis, you fucking, You win what you win, man. You fucking win what you win. You have a good year, filet mignon. You have a bad year, chicken feet. That's kind of cool. You got to eat what you kill. Not true brand deals? Oh, whatever. That completely blows my argument out of the water, so I'm choosing not to acknowledge it. Sort these monuments by number of yearly visitors. I don't think I'm necessarily going to be good at this. I would assume, so India has a ton of people. How many of them are visiting the Taj Mahal? And is it enough to compensate for much lower tourism than New York and France in particular, Paris, France in particular? Like, I feel for me that we'd be looking at Statue of Liberty #1. New York City is like a very, well, no, because the thing is, a visit, hard to get to from Europe. Europe's got, a lot of people, easier for them to get around country to country. You could take, like, if you live in the Netherlands, you could be like, I'm just going to go to Rome for the weekend. Number of yearly visitors. In that case, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like that. Okay, that's not good. DC has to be last. And then just bump these up. DC's not last? Vatican. I had the Vatican last, didn't I? Damn, I'm like some total dog shit. Statue of Liberty last? That's crazy. I guess, part of my problem was, I guess in my head, I conflated visiting the Statue of Liberty with seeing it with your eyeballs, which is not true. You got to get on the Staten Island ferry. I was like, everybody who goes to New York is seeing the Statue of Liberty. And then I didn't think about the fact that, like, I guess it doesn't count unless you step foot on, like, Liberty Island? Ellis Island? What's the one where the X-Men defeated Magneto in the first movie? I think it's Ellis Island. If I may say something, isn't this like, that's all American students on field trips, right? Mostly, okay. That's fine. I mean, there's nothing against Abraham Lincoln, obviously, but, I've seen pictures of him already. But there's no but. Where's the sleeve tattoo? Get the sleeve tattoo, Lincoln. Get the sleeve tattoo. Juxtastat. We got to finish this shit off, man. I'm at 2. Let me see if my wife is gonna stream. She might do a no mic stream again. Let's see. Hello. Are you going to stream today? Smiley face. We're gonna do a little bit more though, because I started late today. I think catfishing might be my favorite dull, man. Let's see if I actually have lost an appreciable amount of intellect due to the brain rot. Trivia is not really a great way to test that, I guess. Destroyed populated places. Please tell me something. Is it Mount Vesuvius? I'm going to say this is Pompeii. Huge. Thank you, Chiblee. 2001 in paleontology. Landforms of Devon. Natural regions of Dorset. Cliffs of England. What are the cliffs? Am I stupid to write cliffs of Dover? It said Cliffs of Dorset right there. What is Jurassic Coast? Nobody knows. Okay. Seismic magnitude scales. That's the Richter scale, bro. Alchemical substances. Phoenix birds. Mythological substances. Immortality. Am I crazy? Is it like a quicksilver? A philosopher's stone! Oh, brother. Disputed territories in Africa, Egypt-Sudan border, Red Sea Governorate, territorial disputes of Egypt, territorial disputes of Sudan. Al Sudan? That's the Halab Triangle. I just don't know that one, y'all. Alternate history video games that are cyberpunk, that were introduced in 1987. Video games adapted into novels. This is Shadowrun. Oh, I'm stupid! Old me was right and it rotted my brain. The gotcha rotted my brain. This is Konami? They probably made Shadowrun too. 2003 American animated films. That's got to be Finding Nemo, bro. That's a given. 2002 establishments in Connecticut. Alt-rock groups from Connecticut. American electronic music duos. Mom plus Pop. That's the label. American synth pop duos. Is there any neo-psychedelic? Is there any chance Management is from 2002, man? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking. No, of course you just want to hear. Indian inventions that are national symbols of Bangladesh. Kabaddi. I don't know Kabaddi, to be honest. I don't really know Highlight either. 1599 establishments in England. 1613 disestablishments. 1614 establishments in England. 1642 disestablishments. Make up your fucking mind, man. Burned theaters. The Globe Theater. You know why we're repping RE instead of ER? Because you're pissing me off, America. So now guess what? I rounded off the square edges to fit in the round hole, but I'm not doing it any longer, okay? So get ready. Leader, L-I-T-R-E. Defense, D-E-F-E-N-C-E. C-E, not S-E. And theater, T-H-E-A-T-R-E. Quebec, get in here. Get in here. We're building bridges. Did you see that Quebec made it legal for their buses to say "Go Habs, go"? Instead of LA Habs, LA. You unified us. You ever see the thing where they grab the sticks and then they hold them and they're like break a stick? Think. Then they get like 12 sticks together and they're like, break it now. And you're like, I can't do it. We did repeal the digital sales tax though. Damn, a little bit washed today. A little bit washed. Folded. Median Andy. Okay, Kate is going to stream. Tell me when she goes live, okay? We might be able to finish. She's live! Okay, real quick. Kinda hard golf. I can't leave you without kinda hard golf. This is the perfect game, man. This is my UFO 50. No disrespect to UFO 50, which is also really good and also very interesting. But my custom UFO 50. He's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT. Okay, stop being greedy. The feather touch. Okay, that fair enough. Oh! The golfer, dude. And then? Oh, and then. I think you need to not be in the rough. Mission failed. Okay, a couple wasted strokes on this one. A little bit closer. Oh. Oh, no! Slow down. No, that's... We saved those. Fuck you. I'm back up here. No, no. No! That's the shit right there. That's what I'm talking about. Just, you know what? Just be safe. Roll it down. We could do this again. We could do this all day. Huge. Still good. Better than 46%. I can still take that. All right. I'll send you over to my wife.